You're watching Gravitas, and we return to the big story. We're tracking the impending release of Hafiz Saeed. Despite overwhelming evidence against him, Pakistan continues to turn a blind eye towards the misdeeds of this man, the mastermind of the 26/11 Mumbai attacks. What kind of support does Hafiz Saeed enjoy in Pakistani state machinery? Here's a recap.
Hafiz Saeed needs no introduction. He has the blood of hundreds of innocent men, women and children on his hands. He takes no pains to hide his agenda.
जिद्दोजहद करनी है कि पाकिस्तान मुकम्मल हो. अभी पाकिस्तान मुकम्मल नहीं है. कश्मीर जब तक पाकिस्तान के साथ नहीं है, पाकिस्तान मुकम्मल नहीं है. जनाब उसकी जुबान बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा है. तो मैं ये कहता हूँ अपने पार्लियामेंट के मेंबरों को, हुक्मरानों को कि इस अमेरिका से बात करें कि जो अमेरिका इस वक्त इंडिया के लिए काम कर रहा है.
Hafiz Saeed is the founder of terrorist organizations Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jamaat-ud-Dawa. He is on India's list of most wanted terrorists for his involvement in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, which took more than 150 lives. Despite the global scrutiny, Hafiz Saeed operates freely under the shadow of Pakistan's government. He is believed to be close to the Pakistani army and the ISI. Saeed's role in terrorist activities is recognized by world powers. The United States has placed a $10 million bounty on his head. His outfit, the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, has been sanctioned by the United Nations.
ये कुचलते हुए इसी को पॉलिसी बना के रखोगे तो फिर मेरी बात सुनना. मसला फिर श्रीनगर तक नहीं रहेगा. ये मसला पठानकोट तक चला गया, उसे आगे जाएगा. इंशाअल्लाह हम आपके साथ खड़े होंगे. जहां आप खड़े होंगे वहां हम खड़े होंगे. जहां आपका खून गिरेगा इंशाअल्लाह हमारा खून गिरेगा. और ये खून इस्लाम का खून है.
But in Pakistan, the government sees him as a humanitarian worker. Authorities and successive governments have turned a blind eye as his terror machinery flourished. Masquerading as a welfare organization, the Jamaat-ud-Dawa has access to huge funds from West Asia. A well-oiled network within Pakistan works for Hafiz Saeed to raise funds and collect agricultural tax, essentially running a parallel state in some parts of the country. These funds later flow into sponsoring terrorist activities as well as terror training camps like these in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. In recent times, Hafiz Saeed has sought an image makeover. He's taken a plunge into mainstream politics. One of the first steps was to launch a political front called the Milli Muslim League. With the backing of Pakistan's government, military and intelligence, Hafiz Saeed continues to be the poster boy of Terroristan. Bureau Report, WION.
The reactions to the news of his release in India were sharp and immediate. Listen in to some voices.
पाकिस्तान ने सिर्फ ना खुद को धोखा दिया है, लेकिन इस तरह से दुनिया को धोखा दे रहे और आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा दे रहे. अजमल कसाब ने जो इकबाली बयान दिया है जिसमें उसने कहा है कि हाफिज सईद टेररिस्ट के ट्रेनिंग कैंप्स अटेंड करता था, यह सबूत क्यों नहीं पेश किया गया?
This is what the international community will have to take note. Still we have to go long way in the struggle against terrorism. International community will have to exert pressure on Pakistan.
भारत का वो गुनाहगार है और भारत के गुनाहगार के खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए और होगी, ये हमारा संकल्प है.
What the court says does not carry any credibility. The whole world knows and accepts that Hafiz Saeed is an international criminal and he should be taken to task, he should be tried and punished. But if Pakistan doesn't want to accept it, they keep calling him innocent, then why was he under house arrest for murders?
66 people got killed, many foreigners, the Americans involved, the Israelis involved, and all of them are now gunning for Hafiz Saeed's life.
There's little doubt about Hafiz Saeed's role in the Mumbai attacks. The United States has even put, as we've been saying through the show today, a $10 million bounty on his head. But words and statements from Washington have translated into little action.
We have been paying Pakistan billions and billions of dollars. At the same time, they are housing the very terrorists that we are fighting. But that will have to change, and that will change immediately. It is time for Pakistan to demonstrate its commitment to civilization, order, and to peace.
It has been 2 months since Donald Trump issued a warning to Pakistan. But the US president's aggression has achieved little till date. It's clear that the Trump administration's approach to tackle Pakistan on terror so far has been selective. The conditions imposed on Pakistan for military aid only mentions the Haqqani network, while there is no mention of Hafiz Saeed. There has been little support to impose harsher measures, like the bill in the US House of Representatives to declare Pakistan a state sponsor of terrorism. The US president during his election campaign promised a zero-tolerance policy towards terrorism, but after taking over, it's been business as usual between Washington and Islamabad. Since 2002, Pakistan has received more than $33 billion in aid from the United States. While the Americans argue that the annual funding to Pakistan has dropped, critics say that the United States is not doing enough to keep Pakistan in check. The United States has valid reasons to demand firmer action from Pakistan. Pakistan-based terrorist groups are known for their support to the Taliban in Pakistan as well as the Haqqani network, which is responsible for the death of several US troops. But the US continues to differ on Pakistan. Bureau Report, WION.
So while we look at America's double standards, the obvious corollary is, why should India depend on anybody's support? The Americans took out Osama bin Laden on Pakistani soil. Why can't India carry out covert strikes in Pakistan targeting Hafiz Saeed? After all, India did carry out surgical strikes across the line of control not very long ago. Indian forces are certainly capable of conducting covert operations. The government of the day has indicated in the past that it will not shy away from making such a move again. But here is where the dynamic of our relationship with Pakistan comes into play. Both India and Pakistan are nuclear states. Even the risk of a retaliation often leads to a split opinion among the decision makers, since we share a border with Pakistan. Another reason is the relationship between the United States forces and Pakistan. Remember, Pakistan was the preferred route for Washington when it wanted to supply arms to insurgent forces in Afghanistan. The dynamics are changing, but not enough, it seems. In that sense, a retaliation by Pakistan after the Osama operation would have proved to be very costly for Islamabad. So what would India need to carry out a covert operation? Beyond the resources, India would need real-time and concrete intelligence to carry out a strike like this, especially if the targets are mobile or on the run. And as much as India wants to target Hafiz Saeed, such an action, unilateral action, may well turn out to be a Pyrrhic win.